What's going on? Upscale Lawn Care. That's what we do. I want to talk a little bit today about advertising and getting more clients. We all know that we're at the beginning of the season. It's getting ready to start. So it behooves us all to be getting ready. Let's talk about it. So guys, what I want to talk about today was how you go about getting new clients, or how I go about it, and maybe you can use some of these tips. Actually, the question was asked, but the number one way that I know, and I've heard several people talking about it, is for me and my company, is flyers. Now, EDMs are good. Everyday direct mailers are great. Don't get me wrong. But I think there's a little bit more of a cost in EDMs. And when you send out EDMs, if you send them to one particular area, then you cover that entire area. Well, what the reason I like flyers is that, like the flyers that I use, I print them all myself right there on my computer. It'll cost me a little bit in ink. Cost me about $70 in ink, but that's it. If I go and have them printed at a printer shop, or at, say, like Office Depot, it's going to cost me $100. So that's a $30 savings right there. So, and the other reason why I like flyers is that if I go into a subdivision and I'm putting flyers out, I have an option. You know, we don't have to put flyers on every door in that subdivision, because let's face it, I don't care what subdivision you go in, there are going to be some houses that you're going to come up on that you can look at this house and pretty much tell these people are not going to pay 40, 50, 60 bucks to get their lawn done on a regular basis. Regardless, if somebody's parking their car in the middle of their yard, if they pulls off the driveway and parks their car in the grass, and they've got a dirt spot there where they're parking at, chances are they're not going to pay to get their lawn done. Or if it hasn't been edged, nothing's been done to it really on the lawn care from standpoint of view, you know, they're not going to pay. So there's no need of wasting your paper. Or if it was an EDM, why would you send one to that house? That's going in the trash can. So when we go into a subdivision, we pick out the houses we want to leave flyers at. We're going to cover 90% of that subdivision. Now, the next thing you have to do, I think, with flyers is go into the right subdivisions. Now, you can't go to a subdivision where you can, you know, this is not an area where people are getting their lawns done. You want to go to the manicured subdivisions. And even within those subdivisions, there are going to be some houses that I would probably just skip. Another thing about flyers, I've heard from the way you put them out, the number that you have to put out. I heard someone on YouTube saying they were going to put out 10,000. Hey, put them out, brother. But I don't think you have to put that many flyers out. When I had my full-time job, and let me add this, I have never put flyers out and didn't get a good response. I remember when I had my full-time job, I would put out no more than about 50 flyers. And I always got 2 or 3 calls. A couple of times I got more than that. Last year was the first time that I put out a big amount of flyers. Now, the math that I've heard is that if you put out 1,000 flyers, you get 2 calls. I beg to differ with that. Last year, I put out 500 flyers. I put out 1 ream of paper. I got 36 calls, and I got 36 clients. That's right. And we're doing the same thing this year. I may put out 600, maybe 700, but no more than that. I've never put out 1,000 flyers. I'm telling you, last year we put out 500 flyers, and we got 36 accounts, good accounts that I have right now. We're mowing those lawns this year. So go out and do it and see how it works for you, is what I'll say. Go out and do it. Everything that everybody says isn't always correct. I'm not saying that anybody is wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But everybody's not always right. Go out and do it for yourself. Now, here's a technique to putting flyers out. You go to a house and you're putting out flyers. Most of the storm doors have the little hook handle, or sometimes if you put it right on the door, it may not have a storm door. It just has the door with the hook handle. Roll it up, stick it in there, and go. I hear a lot of people talking about ring the doorbell and talk to the people, tell them I'm from Upscale Lawn Care, I want to do your lawn, da 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 da. My theory on that is, don't you ring that doorbell. Don't do it, guys. I would not ring that doorbell. I even went to a house, I've gone to several, where they have little notes on the door. Do not ring doorbell. When you ring that doorbell, guys, you don't know if somebody there works graveyard, if they're working swing shift. You don't know if there's a baby in that house, and that mother just got that baby to sleep. And you walk up there and you ring that doorbell and you wake that baby up. That lady's going to come to that door and she's going to go off like a bottle rocket, and she's going to blow your cool, and you are not going to want to put another flyer on another house. Don't ring that doorbell. If people want to talk to you, they will call you. If they want your service, they will call you. Now, let me show you the flyers that we've done. And actually, I give credit where credit is due. My son actually designed these. He did the logo, he did our logo, and he did all of the work on the flyers. Our first one is just a basic. This is our first one. Basic, black and white. If you see, it's got all the information on it. All the information that needs to be on it. It tells you what we do, what we offer. That's the first one. Now, with these flyers, the reason why we have different ones, and I'll tell you about that. Take a look at this one. Here's the next one. Upscale Lawn Care is what we do. It's got blue writing on it. That's the way we distinguish this, and it's got blue writing on it. This one, the logo is colored, and it's got black writing. Okay? This one is orange with black writing. Almost has a Halloween look to it. This one, orange with color writing. Okay? Now, the reason for the different colors is that we put these in different subdivisions. And that way, we write down which one we put in a subdivision, and we know which flyer you got, and we know where you are. The orange ones, they go across the river. It's an adjoining city across the river, not out of town. That's where the orange ones go. And the ones with the black writing go in one subdivision, and the colored ones go in two different subdivisions. We got about 3 subdivisions that we have targeted in West Monroe. We don't want all over the place. We've got certain subdivisions that we're targeting, that we're trying to get a certain amount of clients in these subdivisions, and that's what we're doing. So those are the flyers we're using. I hope what I told you about the flyers and how you go about putting them out help somebody. This is what we're doing. If you care to try it, there it is. Hey, Upscale Lawn Care is what we do, guys. Thanks for watching our videos. Hey, like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button for us. Leave a comment and let us know what you're thinking. See ya.